I don't know. Looks the same to me. It's just hanging there. Okay, because I can't see what you're seeing. I just see a white camera hanging there. Yes. You're making all these videos of me. What are you going to exploit me? Uh huh. You didn't deny it. Yes. Well, it depends. It depends on how many of the salads we make. Well, I mean, it depends on how many we sell as to how often I had to make salads. Because now during the week, like when people, because people are working like Monday through Fridays, we sell more salads than we do on Saturday and Sunday. So I try and keep salads up there during the week because people that take their lunch breaks from, their work or whatever, they can come in there and get a salad and, take it back, and eat it. So I try and keep salads around Monday through Friday. I mean, I'm not there Monday and Friday, but on, well, I made salads yesterday because I knew people would be coming in today to get them. Well, I made three yesterday. There was one, I made two large ones and one small one because there was one small one out there. And so I figured, well, okay, I'll make two large and one small. That way there's two and two then. And, but whether or not, you know, if they sold them today, I don't know if anybody else made salads today or not because, I wasn't there. So, but then tomorrow and Wednesday and Thursday, I will make salads probably every day because we sell a lot during the weekdays because people, like our hospital is real close to where I work. So we get a lot of employees that come over there and they'll get a salad or whatever and stuff because it's close and they don't want to go to like Burger King and get a hamburger or and can't go to Pizza Hut to get a pizza because it's even closer to the hospital than Burger King is, and Burger King is closer to the hospital than Save-A-Lot is. So, but people won't even, they don't even go get a pizza at Pizza Hut because it takes a while, to make it. And people only have like maybe an hour for their lunch, and they don't want to sit there waiting for 20 minutes for a pizza, you know, to be made and stuff, because that's almost half of their lunch break that's gone. And they don't want to scarf the food down. They want to enjoy the food that they have. So, and of course, the other thing is, pardon, so go ahead. Huh? Oh, um, well, it's just like, I wrap up all kinds of stuff like the sweet corn. You know, I cut the ends of it off, of both ends, and shuck, half of it, and then I, put five of them in a container and then, wrap it up in plastic wrap. And I always have extras of those wrapped up ahead of time because especially when, you know, with the 4th of July that just happened on Saturday, a lot of people are cooking out and then, they want hamburgers and hot dogs and corn on the cob and, potato chips, and everything for, for 4th of July picnics and stuff. So we went through a lot of corn on Saturday. So I made sure that I had plenty of extra corn wrapped up in the back, in the back produce room, so that if they ran out on the floor, all they had to do was go back into the back, um, print out a price for what the corn is, which was five for $2.50, and just stick the sticker on the bottom side of the corn, the tray, and then when they take it up to register, all they have to do is the cashier just has to run it across the scanning thing, and it just scans it. Huh? Yeah, they have scanners where they have it built into the conveyor belt like thing. The corn, yeah, cold. No, what? No, no. I got my air conditioner on, but I mean, it's 73 degrees in here right now. So, no, I'm not cold. Cold? Oh, code. Oh, I thought you were saying cold. You're saying code. See, that's that's the problem between you and I. You don't know how to pronounce something. It's code. CODE, code. And you were saying cold, and I thought you were asking if I'm cold because you don't know how to pronounce. That's something that we'll work on, but you don't know how to pronounce certain things, and I don't. Sometimes I don't understand what you're talking about because I don't understand it. So I say, "What? Huh? I don't understand what you're saying," because QR code. No, no, we don't have QR codes at work. Well, we do on some things. We do on some things, but like if I have to put a sticker on, a product or whatever, it has like a barcode on it that's like maybe about that long and probably about that wide. And it's a barcode. It's not a QR code. So, yeah, a lot of what we sell has barcodes on it. It doesn't. It's not. Doesn't go by QR codes. Yeah, you'll learn. Yeah, it's just like you know. That's why a lot of times, yeah, that's called a barcode. Yeah, and that's QR code. Okay. Yeah, yeah. There's a difference between a barcode and a QR code. Barcode is usually what you scan, like at a store. They'll scan it, and that gives, that'll register the price of whatever that item is. That's what the barcodes do. The QR code is when, like, if you want to, like, say, just as a reference, if you're well, like our cameras, on the back of it has a QR code. That's what those are for. QR codes is for, like, our cameras have QR codes, but a barcode is for that gives the price of what that item is. Yeah, it has a bunch of little lines that go down, up and down, up and down, and stuff. Yeah, that's a barcode. That's what registered that the price of whatever the item is built in to that barcode. So when they scan it, then it registers whatever the price is. The QR code is like that's what our CCTVs have on the back of it is a QR code. And like you say, if you want to if somebody's going to apply for a credit card, people can scan a QR code on their on their on their phone or on their computer or their laptop or whatever. You know, they have QR codes, but with barcodes, it registers what the price of a product is. So that's the difference between QR and barcode. So yeah, the QR code has nothing to do with the price of anything. That's just, taking you to wherever you want to go. Like if you scan it and then that'll take you to, whatever you're wanting to go to. Like if you're checking on a product or something, if you want to buy something or you're applying for a credit card or, and it'll say scan this QR code and it'll take you to, to where you want to go and stuff. So, yep. But yeah, when you were saying code and it's code, QR code, CODE is code, and you were saying cold. You were trying to say code, but it was coming out as cold, COLD, and that's why I said, no, I'm not cold. I have my air conditioner on, but I'm not cold. That's what I thought you were saying was, am I cold? See, that's the difference because the way you say things, you know what you're trying to say, but the way it's coming out is different. And it's like sometimes you'll be saying something, and it's like, I don't understand what you're saying, hon. What are you saying? And you'll say it like 3 or 4 times, and then I'll finally realize what you're talking about because just the way you pronounce a word makes it different. It's just like you try to teach me how to say just one word in your language, and the way I say it is not the way you say it, so I cannot make it sound like what you want it to sound like or the way you say it in your language, because it's just it's not something that we can do. It's not easy to do, but we will learn. I mean, it's a learning process. No, I'm not cold, hon. Oh, you mean code? Okay. Have I got you confused yet? No, sometimes you get me confused. What are you trying to say? Sometimes I cannot understand what you're trying to say. You know what you're trying to say, but what you're saying is not, nothing against you. It's just not the way I'm used to hearing what you're trying to say. I can hear it one way if somebody, if I'm talking to somebody face to face here and they're talking to me, I totally understand everything they're saying. But because we're from two different cultures, you're saying what you understand what you're saying, but I don't understand what you're saying. I mean, sometimes I do, but then there's sometimes I don't. So, we just gotta learn. Yep. If I, if I, if I totally upset you now, are you upset with me now? Okay. Okay. Well, I'll turn off the phone then. Okay. I'll let you go. Yeah, yeah. Well, to me, it sounded like you were saying cold, COLD. You know what you were saying, but when I heard it, it sounded like cold, not code. I didn't hear you say QR. I just heard code. Well, not I didn't hear code. I what I was hearing was cold. That's why I said, no, I'm not cold. I got my air conditioner on, but I'm not cold because that's to me that's what I was hearing was cold. It's it's your it was your it's your accent that that was throwing me off as to what you were saying. Yeah, yeah, cold. Yeah, yeah. Well, I didn't hear you say QR code. I didn't hear you say QR at all. So I guess that's my bad again. Yeah, my bad. My fault. So why are we talking about QR codes anyway? What started all that conversation anyway? I don't know. I don't know how it developed. I don't know what started it. Yeah, but I know, because I know that the barcode is that gives you the price of an item and stuff. Like if you're in a store buying something, that's a barcode. Yeah, yeah, a barcode. Yeah, yeah. You're still learning. I mean, it's going to take time. It ain't something that you won't be fluent in English. Just like that. And I won't be fluent in your language just like that. It will take time. And when you're done combing your hair, I'll comb mine too. It's a joke. Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, let's see. Well, I've got a big old step ladder in my locker in my closet. I think I'll just take it outside, climb up on the roof, and jump off. Is that okay? See, you don't understand what I'm saying because you don't understand English. So I'm making a joke, but yet you didn't pick up on what I said. I said I've got a big 8-foot step ladder in my closet. I will take it outside. I'll climb up the ladder, climb up on the roof, and jump off the roof. And you said, okay. because you didn't understand what I was saying. I was making a joke, but you didn't understand it. Basically, I was saying I was going to climb up on the roof of the building and jump off. That's what I was saying. No, I wouldn't fly. I would just jump off, hit the ground, and go splat. No, it wouldn't be a split either.